Hey guys, so today I have an interesting project. I really have absolutely no idea how it's going to go, but I'm going to be heading over to my grandparents' house today to help them with one of their plants. I'll show you when we get there, but I figured I'd just kind of talk about it a little bit before. So this plant is a tree version of a ninebark. So if you know what a regular ninebark looks like, in fact, I'll show you. I have one in our backyard right over there. So they have like purple leaves, they get white flowers in like the springtime. So they have a tree version of that they planted a while ago, probably a good like maybe 6-7 years ago when they like redid their front yard. But the tree has been leaning for the last few years. I don't think I'm going to do anything about that today. But this year, for whatever reason, only about half of it grew back. I haven't looked at it in a little while, but it hasn't looked super great. So I'm going to go over there, and I'm going to try to just shape it up. It kind of looks like a lollipop. That's the way that they always have it trimmed. So I'm just going to try my best to do that and see if I can get it looking a little bit better. We'll see. It could be a total fail. Who really knows? I'm just hoping they don't have to replace it. But I just figured I'd take you guys along for the ride with me. So here's the ninebark tree. It doesn't look as bad as I thought it was going to look, but you could see there's a lot that's dead in the back, and just the whole thing itself is pretty like scrawny looking. I don't know if it was actually trimmed last year or not, and maybe that could be why, but I'm gonna try my best with this. Yeah, you can see there's a lot on this side that's dead too. It's also leaning quite a bit, but I think I might come back another day and stake it because I don't have anything to stake it up. So I'll see what I can do with it. All right, so probably like an hour later after doing everything, I took a lot of dead out of that tree. And from certain angles, it looks okay. From other angles, like as I walk onto this side, it really doesn't look as great because it looks like it's leaning so much. What I tried to do today was really just to take out as much of the dead out of the tree as I could and just cut back everything that is alive so that way it'll grow back thicker. So like if you look at this back area over here, you can see that a lot of these branches, they're still alive, but scrawny. But what I did was, if you look at this branch right here, you could see that I did cut it there. So what my intention was, is that hopefully from like this branch, it'll end up growing 2 more branches off of the sides, kind of like in a V that'll go up and out, and it'll make the appearance that it'll be a lot denser in foliage. Same thing with these that went straight up. These are almost like suckers, but these will eventually become like the new branches. So hopefully by cutting the top of it off, and just the top of it, because it wasn't that much longer than that, it'll grow back thicker and it'll fill in that middle area. The other thing that I said before was that you could see, now you can really see how much it was leaning. What I think I'm gonna do is at some point I'm gonna come back here and I'll put a stake behind there and kind of wrap it around there. I wanna be careful obviously with it. And this tree has been here for so long that I don't wanna pull it back too much, but hopefully just pull it back so it straightens out a little bit more, and that will also help with the appearance of it. However, you can see that there were a number of pretty large branches that, like this whole thing, I could even cut this back more, that was all dead. The entire, everything on it was dead. Versus there's other stuff like this where some of it was dead, but there was still some life in it. So it looks better from this direction, so I'm just gonna show you it like this. Somewhat better anyways. But here's pretty much the whole thing. So we'll see what happens on this. I'll try to provide an update on this to see how it looks, but I really think it's gonna be by next year, it'll start to look better. For this year, it's gonna kind of like limp along, but I think by next year it'll be okay. Well, that was pretty much it that I had for this video. If you have any other questions about the ninebarks or about pruning stuff, feel free to let me know in the comments and I'll hopefully be able to answer that for you. But besides that, I hope you liked this video and I'll see you guys in the next one.